More key election results coming through overnight in Oakland County, including right here in the Tri-Cities. The Heart of the Lakes has passed with flying colors a renewal of their current police millage that was set to expire in 2026, extending the current millage out another 8 years, out to 2034. Here for more reaction on that on the show is the mayor of Keego Harbor, Rob Kalman, joining us on the Splash Live. Mayor, thank you for being with us today.
Hey, Tyler. How are you doing this morning?
Doing all right. I'm sure the people of Keego Harbor are feeling relieved after the election finally over in their city, too. And this is a key issue in your city, renewing this police millage, because we know in the past this has really been, in some ways financially, the lifeblood of the police department and keeping them providing excellent service as they've built a reputation for in Keego.
Yeah, I'm pleased. To be honest, I expected it to pass with flying colors. It was not an increase in taxes. It was just an extension, keeping our Keego Harbor Police Department intact, being able to provide resources for the community. I would have been shocked if it went the other way with no increase.
Yeah, that seemed to have been the prevailing thought leading into this proposal being on the ballot here, was that Keego Harbor really does support its police department, and that really does go both ways. It's a unique dynamic that you have in Keego with your police department, because it's a small town and your police department really does sort of operate with that in mind. Now, how does that factor into the level of service that you're able to get from your police department in Keego Harbor?
You know, it's a small department, a small number of officers, and a lot of part-time guys. And our residents tend to like knowing who their officers are, and the officers, because we're a small community, know the ins and outs of our community, and they're very visible. So I think we should be thanking all the residents for passing the extension of the millage, the police millage, and for funding it. And it's a bit of a thank you to the officers and recognition of the hard work that they do for us.
And we know in past years when there's been financial strain in all of our communities, but especially in Keego Harbor, that there's been considerations of the future of that police department. Now, do you partner with Oakland County? Do you partner with West Bloomfield? Ultimately, it was the voters that made key decisions that have kept their police department as their police department. Why is that so important for that to be maintained for you as a resident of Keego and from your neighbors' perspectives too?
Yeah, I think residents like the visibility. They like the very, very fast response time. When you call 911 or even to the dispatch desk, they have an officer, they're there within seconds. Crime rates are very low and people are comfortable having our own police force. They like having the white SUVs driving through town. And they like just the service they get. There's the peace of mind of knowing that somebody's right around the corner when they need them. You mentioned Oakland County. They help us with the lake. Our chief, Bobby Barnes, did a great job this past year, everything on the land and partnering with the sheriff's office when they did the lake patrol. We have a grant to help pay for that. And we get dispatched through West Bloomfield. We partner with them. But ultimately, the voters really made it clear they want their own local police force, and they're willing to pay for it.
Rousing support from the residents, and that rousing support also comes from the city council as well. Rob Kalman, the mayor of Keego Harbor, with us on the Splash Live as their police department millage passed with flying colors in this most recent election. Unofficial results available on our website, civiccentertv.com. That takes you to a link to the Oakland County unofficial election results website, where you'll find more information on this race, which passed with a resounding majority in Keego Harbor. Rob, before we let you go, a couple more pieces of news in your community from this election. John Fletcher reelected to the city council, and a new member joining your team as well, Ronnie Dahl, also elected. Your thoughts on these two new members joining your team on the city council?
Yeah, I've known them for years. It'll be a seamless. John's been working with me for 17 years or so. We know each other. We're friends, and he understands the issues. He's got a good head and shoulders, and we're lucky to have him here. And Ronnie's, she's a great person. She'll be a fun addition, and she'll be a good another addition to help look at things from a different angle, which, get some fresh ideas, what they really appreciate.
Two excellent minds that care deeply about their city joining the leadership of that city after this election, and the police department, a lot of the same going forward with that police millage renewed with 73% of the vote secured in Keego Harbor. Rob, thank you so much for your time.
And 73%, that is a landslide, isn't it, in today's world?
It is. It's good to find things that we can pretty overwhelmingly agree on, especially in these times. Rob, thank you so much for your insight.
Thanks, Tyler. Have a good day.
Appreciate
Bye-bye.
it.